Hello, my name is Miss Brunel and I teach biology here at the U. This year, I also have a student teacher working in the classroom with me. His name is Mr. Gomez. He will also introduce himself. Nice to meet you and welcome to our virtual back to school night. I teach biology on Zoom also with Mr. Gomez, who is a student teacher from CSU Dominguez Hills. So a little bit about me. I graduated from Stony Brook University. I have a master's in marine conservation. I also have a master's in teaching from University of San Francisco. I've been teaching for 6 years, science for 6 years. I taught for 4 years at an international school in San Francisco, and this is my 3rd year here at the U. So here's just some pictures of teaching back in the classroom. I won Teacher of the Year in 2018 2019, and this is my family. Next slide. Okay, so the vision of the U. We have the expectation that all of our students will be able to go to college and graduate college and be career ready upon graduation. So we do our best to give them a rigorous and relevant curriculum that inspires them to not only make positive changes in themselves, but also in the world, the global community. That's our vision. Our values are you respect, you love, you work hard, you follow through, you get results, and then you boom. So this is opening day. There's Principal Ra right there. And Miss G. So our Zoom class expectations. What I expect for my students is for all of them to be present. So, and to limit distractions. So that means that they're there with their Chromebooks or their phones and they're paying attention, they're taking notes, they're participating, they're using kind language, they're talking to students in either breakout rooms or in the whole class. And they have their cameras on. Now, I understand sometimes students do not feel comfortable with their camera on, and sometimes I am okay with that. I try to be very understanding, especially during this pandemic, especially at home. It can be unpredictable. You never know what can happen. But when students can have their cameras on, I highly, highly suggest it because it is so important to build community. This is our classroom community, and this is what we have during this time. So please turn your camera on. And yeah, work with your classmates and please follow directions. So far, students have been very good with this. So biology grading, how do I grade? Very simple this year, as when we're online, 40% is your Zoom participation. So students logging on to Zoom, getting started with the work and participating, just being active. 40% asynchronous, so those are those homework assignments that you can find in the asynchronous folder on Schoology, which I will show you in a bit. And then 10% presentations of learning. So that is something that we do at the end of the semester where students showcase everything that they've learned in their classes. All right, so what have students learned in biology class? What will they learn for the rest of the year? Here are the typical units that I teach, and I'm teaching them now modified. Students have already learned Unit 1. We are finishing up Unit 1 this week. So they've learned about neuroscience, neural pathways, parts of the brain, neurons, and nerves, and our project is a neuron video. This was a couple of years ago when we dissected a brain in class. The second part, our second unit, will be about the heart. So we'll learn about the circulatory system, parts of the heart, molecular diffusion, gas exchange, parts of the blood, and I would love for them to engineer heart. I think I'm going to have them engineer heart online. Unit 3 is about why does milk make me sick? So we learn about enzymes, macromolecules, lactose intolerance, and gene inheritance. And we'll be working with lactose in a lactose intolerance lab, an online version. Unit 4 is how does diabetes affect the body? So we learn about insulin, cell membranes, glucose, digestion, cellular respiration, so how food makes us have energy. And molecular modeling, we'll be doing some online molecular modeling. So then we learn about plants. Unit 5 is all about plants and how they make their food. We talk about photosynthesis, molecular equations, matter and energy, experimental design, cellular respiration, and we will be doing an experiment. So students have a final exam and a lab report in this class where they'll have a comprehensive test that they'll need to study for, and their lab report for the photosynthesis lab. Unit 7, so this is the following semester. So that's all we did up until, this is spring semester. So Unit 7 is how is science used to solve crimes? We learn about forensic anthropology, CSI, DNA evidence, fingerprinting, blood typing, hair analysis, and we do a mock crime scene. It's also uncertain with the pandemic right now, but hopefully we'll be back to school by then. So what is the science of cancer? We talk about structure and function of cells, cell division, mitosis, mutations, cell signaling, and cancer or uncontrolled cell division. Students are going to be engineering a robot to drop a tumor marker on a tumor. Then Unit 9, we talk about why and how do we look different. We learn about DNA, RNA, proteins, traits, inheritance, ribosomes, and genetic engineering. This is a fun project. Engineer a cell to glow so we can actually create these bacteria cells here, and we give them a gene that allows them to glow. Then we end with Unit 10, what is society's responsibility for life and health? We talk about bioethics, genetic engineering, epigenetics, genetic debate in society, and designer babies. And students have a Socratic seminar project. All right, so what if your student needs help? What if your child needs help? What if my student needs help? What if somebody needs help? What you can do, my office hours, you can just email me. I'm very receptive to emails, and I try to get back to students within 24 hours as much as possible. But please reach out, email me right away if you're not understanding something or if you're falling behind. Yeah, I am available. And that is it. That is biology. It's nice to meet you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.